Hello and welcome to this very different video recording. Now this video is slightly different from the previous videos that I've done and broadcast and everything else. Now one of the main reasons why this video is different to all the other videos is because I can't do a live broadcast. Because I'm actually in the deepest part of this location, there is absolutely no way that I could do a live broadcast to you. There simply is absolutely no signal whatsoever. So it would just be virtually impossible. In fact, there's not even just no signal for live broadcast, there's actually no telephone signal in here whatsoever. So in a way, I'm completely cut off from the outside world, apart from tiny little specks of light, which I can see in the distance. The second difference being is because this video message, or this video, isn't about me giving you information about a location, because I've already given you the information about this place. And thirdly, another reason why this video is slightly different is because I've actually revisited and I've actually come back to an already visited, abandoned and derelict location. You probably remember yesterday when I was in Halifax at a mill, I did say that we would go back to a location, and also last week I also mentioned that I would come back. So you're probably wondering where I am. Well, you can probably tell that I'm in absolute, complete and utter darkness. And so I've decided to come back to Dudley's oldest railway line on the tunnel itself. Now, it wasn't until last week when I did the live broadcast to you from this location, it wasn't until I was leaving that I actually felt a real sense of wanting to come back. In fact, as I was leaving, I actually wanted to stay in here for quite some time. But because it was getting late and obviously I wanted to leave the location, even as I came out of the location itself, I really felt compelled and drawn to come back here. And so I've never actually felt like that before. I've never felt that way about any other location before. So that's what I've done. I've actually come back to this location, and I'm in the deepest, darkest part of this location right now. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring you in here. So that's another reason why we've done a pre-recording message. So I'm hoping that as you watch this video later, at some point, whether it be today or tomorrow or another time, I'm hoping you'll find it interesting. I'll try and make it as interesting as possible. Like I said, there's no real information that I can give you because you already know it. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what it's like actually in here. It's just so dark. Apart from the light coming from my mobile phone, I can't see anything. I can't see my feet. I can't see anything around me. I can't see anything. You can probably see my shadow just behind me, and I can just make out tiny specks of light at either end, but we are literally in the very middle of this tunnel. We can't get any darker, any deeper than this. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what it's like in here. And I remember saying to you last week when we did the broadcast that there was an eerie silence about the place. Now, it's not a scary silence by any means, and there's nothing scary about this place, although it is really dark. And I'm actually quite nervous. It's actually really cold in here. Even though it's lovely and warm outside, it's lovely and sunny, it's really cold in here. My hands are like ice, really cold. So you could probably, I was going to say you might be able to see my breath, but you can't. But I'm not, it's just like I'm a bit nervous and apprehensive because I've never done anything like this before. And I've never felt drawn to come back to a location before based on how I feel. So I'm a little bit nervous and apprehensive. Yeah, it's just so quiet in here. And I remember saying to you last week, there was an eerie silence. Just, I don't know, just a silence that I've never ever felt or experienced anywhere ever. It's not a oppressive silence. It's not a closing in feeling. It's actually quite, in a way, it's actually a comforting, in a strange way, a comfortable, comforting kind of silence. It's just the darkness that makes it that little bit more, because it's just so dark. I mean, obviously my eyes are trying to accustom to not only the light in front of me, but when I look around, I'm trying to obviously get accustomed to it. But yeah, it's just so eerie in here. So eerie. And you can probably see and hear. If I don't say anything, it is. And this is what it's like all the time. It's amazing to think that there's a world out there. But apart from the sound of my own voice, there's nothing. When you're in a place like this, you become heightened, your senses become very heightened. Not only your sense of sight, but your sense of hearing, because you know you're in darkness. And so any noise, apart from the drips of water, anything else other than that, it makes you look. It's so dark. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come around the other side of the camera. Move the camera around a bit, because I don't want the camera to shut off. It's on a timer, 10-minute timer. I don't want it to suddenly cut off. So I'm just going to move around the back of the camera and just pan the camera around, give you an idea of what it's like in here, then I'll come back in front of the camera and do a bit more. It's not going to be a long message or a long video. I'm only going to be in here for a short time, for as long as I can hack it, basically. If I start hearing any noises, I'm out of here, I can assure you that. Okay, let me just come on the other side so you can see. Now if I turn the flash off, that's how dark it is in here. That is literally how dark. If I turn the camera that way, that's how far away I am from one end. And if you're lucky, that's the other end. So you can see just how far in the tunnel. So I'm going to put the flash back on. There you go. Hopefully put this down. I'm literally guessing in here because it's just so dark. But now you've got an idea. So you can see the bits of dust passing the camera. It is quite dusty. And obviously because it's so dark, the camera is having trouble focusing. Because it's distinguishing between the particles of dust and the distant light. But if I put my hand you can see how dark it is behind my hand. So we're standing not far away from a passing station. If I just pan there and get an idea of just how dark it is in here. So it's obviously behind me. You can get an idea of what it is. And it's quite a big tunnel because you can see one railway line there. Oh, there's a big bit of dust. And the other one, what's left of it, is that side. So you can see. Let me just try and put this back down flat. I don't want the camera to fall over. Oop. So I'm literally guessing in the dark. Okay. Let's just turn it that way. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick the camera up. Just a fraction. There we go. I've never experienced anywhere like this ever. I just had to come back. Like I said, I just felt drawn and compelled to come back here. Just a feeling to come back here. I don't know why. Like I said, I've never had that feeling with any other location. None. But I just felt drawn to come back here. And you know something? This is the first time that I've actually managed to get this recording to work. I actually came here a couple of nights ago and I tried to do what I'm doing now. And every time I tried to use the apps, every time I tried to do a broadcast, every time I tried to do anything, literally my phone crashed. Everything. All the apps crashed. The apps wouldn't work properly. I managed to do a little bit of filming. It came up upside. It came out upside down. It It came out upside down, all mixed up. It just wouldn't work. It was really strange. And then when I actually left here, when on the bus home, when I left her on the bus and went home, everything started working fine. So this is the first time I've actually got this working. You're probably wondering why I was a little bit hasty just a minute ago. Because the reflection in my eyes of the light actually turned as I looked towards that way. It was almost like as if I could see somebody just standing just by here. And because it's so dark, I keep thinking that the phone is swaying. I keep thinking that the phone's going to fall over because the tripod isn't very stable. I keep feeling or thinking that the phone's going to fall over, but it's only because it's so dark, it just kind of uneases your senses a little bit. But I really did think there was something just by the side of me there. That's why I looked a bit. I'll tell you something, I could not stay in here all night. No way. Not even if you paid me money, I would not stay in here all night. No way. In darkness, forget it. There's just no way I could do it. There's just no way. I'm just really anxious. Not anxious, but nervous and apprehensive. It's just, because I'm not scared. It's not until you're in complete darkness that you realise how it kind of disorientates you. It really does. And your eyes. The thing is, when I look, I can see the little kind of specks of light coming from that light, but as I turned, it really did look like there was like just by the side, kind of just by there, like almost like this part of something. I couldn't see any actual figure, but it just looked like. But that's just my imagination and just my eyes. So I'm just going to come back around the front of the camera so that it doesn't cut off, because it will literally stop filming, the light will go off and I'll be in complete darkness. So let me just come back from the other side. We'll have a little pan around again. I'll do a little bit more and then we'll finish, I think. So let me just come on the other side and just... That's it. So you can just... It's just crazy to think how dark it is. So dark. And it's like this in here all the time. Absolutely nothing. No light gets in here, just nothing. You can just see, like I said, it is quite dusty. You see lots of bits of dust passing the camera lens. Absolutely fascinating. So if I just turn the flash off. There you go. You can imagine, can't you, just being in here at night time and not even having those specks of light. So you would be in darkness like that. And there's just no way. No way. Jose, would you get me stuck in here at night? Right, let's do a little bit more and then I think we'll call it quits, because I'm not happy about being in here too much longer. Whoop. There you go. Okay. I'm just going to stand here so you can really see me. Just constantly looking around it, it really makes you feel apprehensive. Did you hear that noise coming from over there? Up there. I don't know if you heard anything. It sounded like... I don't know. It sounded a little bit like this stuff, like the gravel. It's coming from just over there, right up, just up by there. Okay. Let's go. Let's put my foot. Can you Can you hear that? Coming from up there. So it definitely sounds like a lightness on this stuff. I can't really... it's not like that. It's a bit lighter, but you can almost hear the little bits. There it is again. What is that? And it's definitely coming from over that way. I can definitely hear it. I don't know if you can hear it or not. There's definitely something moving or something over that way. Because it's so still and quiet in here, the only noises are the drops. So like I said earlier, you tend to kind of pick out other noises. What is that noise? Just at the end of my finger. It's really light, really light. But I can just hear. What is that? What is that noise? Let's go and have a look. It's coming from up here. So you've got to be careful because you've got things like this. You've got to be really careful. It's kind of up here. It's like that over there somewhere. It's down here. I'm getting quite... my heart is pounding, absolutely pounding. I'm getting quite apprehensive. There's that noise. There's that noise again. It's quite close. It's just over there somewhere. Okay. I'm going to leave you in a minute because I'm getting a bit... I think I've had enough. I've been in here for nearly 20 minutes. And hands down, if it wasn't for you guys watching and this light, I would not be in here doing this in this darkness. There's just no way. Absolutely. I'm sorry, there's just... No way. What is that noise? I keep hearing that noise. It's kind of like over that way. Hang on, wait. Right, okay. I'm getting to the point now where I want to get out. I've had enough. I've been in long enough. Anyway, okay, I think you get the message, all right? I can hear this. There's a noise coming from over that way somewhere. On the gravel, I can hear it. Definitely hear it. I'm not imagining it, I can hear it. Very light, but I can hear it. I've heard it a couple of times. I think I've spent long enough in here. I'm absolutely freezing. My heart is pounding like anything. So I think it's time to leave in a minute. But I think you get the gist. I will not be coming back. There's no way I'm coming back to this place to do this again. That's it. I've done my bit now. You guys have had your fair share, all right? You've seen me a little bit panicky. I think that's enough. Because if I hear anything else or even see anything, I am going to scream. And I haven't brought any spare underwear with me. So if anything happens to me, I'm going to have to go home like that. But I think I've had enough. I just don't want to hear anymore. It's making me feel really happy. I can still hear it. It's... Oh. I think it's over there. Just over there. It's okay. Right, I'm going. I've had enough. I've heard it. That's it. Right, I'm picking you up. We're going. Whew, I've had enough. Okay, I can definitely hear something, but I'm going. I think I've stuck it out long enough. I've been in here for 25 minutes. So anyway, okay. We're leaving. I can hear something, and it's making me feel uneasy or apprehensive, to say the least. So we're going. That's enough. Oh, I can't believe I've stuck it in here for nearly half an hour in the darkness. Right, I can assure you guys, this is the quickest I've ever left this location. Blimey, I can't get out of here quick enough. That is it. Oh. But now you can see what it's like up there. Just that noise, don't know what it was, but that's it. Ooh. Almost saw before then. No. Well, like I said, whatever it was, even if it was nothing, I don't care. It can stay in there because I'm out of here. That's just, don't know. See, look at that, look. Okay. Oh, it's quite muddy here, so we'll have to kind of onto there. Whew. Right. Okay. That's it. So you can turn the flash off. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you found that a little bit interesting. Obviously my eyes are trying to adjust now. So yeah, so that's Dudley Tunnel and the darkness and everything else. I hope you found that a little bit interesting. I just wanted to give you a taste of what it's like actually in there, but I could definitely hear some movement, or very, very light movement on the gravel. And it just seemed to be, when we got closer to it, it just seemed to be a little bit more, I could hear it. And so, whatever it was, I don't care. I am not doing that again. Fascinating location. Absolutely fascinating location. You wouldn't think it, just a tunnel, that's it. But it really is a fascinating tunnel. I'm glad I've done this. But I have to say, I'm glad I've come back, because I really, really wanted to, because I just felt that feeling of wanting to come back. So, I've done it now. Thank you for watching. Yeah, take care. God bless. Until the next time, as Influences of Times continues to go in search of forgotten faces and diminishing worlds. Till the next time.